guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to show you some of the highlights from this fall so far in my life as an artist and student at the École de Beaux-Arts. Going to school, fun stuff, working on projects, just things like that, and exhibitions of course. So here I went to school to meet with my professor, and this is the Cours du Mûrier in the center of the campus, which is quite beautiful with a fountain and everything. And the structure at the school divides the students into separate studios, each led by a professional artist. And we also take art seminars or theory classes. So I take one with Professor Clara Schulman with a lot of feminist themes, and she invites young artists or curators, etc. to the class to talk to us. And of course, you know I like to multitask, so I definitely was working here actually on an appel à projet or art contest at my school for guide. I was going to make, actually I already made so far, as you're watching this, a hand-drawn animation, and the video will be coming soon of course. And this appel à projet asked for specifically 3 short videos, 30 seconds to 1 minute, of video art. So I thought, hey, I like to draw, let's do a hand-drawn animation. And here I went to the studio, Studio Delpra, and it's one of the best on the campus in my opinion. It has a very large windows overlooking the Seine River, and you can see through the window the Bottega advertisement on the Louvre Museum. It's really beautiful, and I feel so lucky to be a student here. This is the museum entrance of my school, so it goes on the 13 Quai Malaquais, and the other entrance for the students and faculty is on the 14 Rue Bonaparte. So here I went to see this exhibition called Enfin le cinéma at the Musée d'Orsay, and this was very interesting because it's a very early example of animation or film. You have 2 photos to give this effect of the woman blinking that you can see here. See? It's so almost ghost-like, and I really love it. There was also this vase with several texts, and of course these charming little toys or devices to give this animation effect, which really inspired the project I made for the art contest. You see, when you go to exhibitions, you can get a lot of inspiration. And here there were these amazing light installations slash paintings. So they would actually show you a sunset effect. And I think that's what inspired me to create a sunset for the video art. And here, I love these wheels that you can see. They give you this animation effect. And I think this exhibit definitely inspired me for my project. Here I went to the Ritz with my friend Laure for an afternoon tea or thé à la française. I think they usually do an English style and a French style tea. The French style tea we had here was really good. It's in the Salon Proust. And Laure got a flowery white tea in this beautiful white teapot, and they give you this little very unique timer, you can see. Diabetes wants to know your location. I actually made a deal with her to invite her to tea here in this bougie place, so in exchange for some rare Junji Ito horror manga. So yeah, that's basically how it worked. And the room is very opulent. I actually made a joke to the waiter when I got here. I was taking off my coat and there were so many buttons. I said that every time I take off this coat, it feels like I'm doing a striptease. He didn't laugh, but I think these people in the luxury places, they're trained to like not show a lot of emotion. Just like generally welcoming, but like not a lot. Oh well. So this is the Cluny Sorbonne area, and it looks so much like a Shrek medieval world. Every time I walk by here I think of Shrek. And here's the Saint-Michel Fountain. It's right in the 5th arrondissement near the 6th, and at nighttime this place is also beautiful. It's the Palais Royal area where the metro station has a very interesting art installation. At night, these lights, these warm yellow lights, are just so beautiful. The building here you see is a great massive Comédie Française theater, And right behind this district, there's a whole street, or several streets of Asian, specifically Korean and Japanese restaurants and stores. And it's a really great place to go eat something nice. Yes, I was feeling very sick, and oh my god, I've been sick for so long. It's actually horrible. Anyways, I went also to this Dyptique anniversary exhibition called Voyages. So in this art exhibition, the candle manufacturer Dyptique, which makes luxury candles with many different perfumes or scents, they made this exhibition in honor of their anniversary year to show you travel, the concept of travel through many different scents and artworks by their curated artists. So it was somewhere near the Louvre in the first district. We went into this special exhibition space, and there were lots and lots of drawings, so you know that I was going to get some inspiration. Now here there were many large massive wall drawings, and there were many ruins and landscapes and forests and these sort of mysterious, also abandoned areas in these drawings. I always thought it was quite interesting because when you walk into this room, it gives you an effect almost like going into a bedroom or someone's home or someone's room, because of the very unique cloud pattern that you have on the wall. You see everything in a room whenever you go to an exhibition is very well thought out. Of course, you always have the white box style galleries, but oftentimes if you go into a museum or an exhibition space, pay a little bit of attention to the frames and the wall paint color they choose, because everything truly is an artistic decision, and everything comes together in one space, you see, and it's trying to bring you literally to a different sort of universe for the time that you're inside. You get it? That's why these really large wall drawings, combined with, of course, different perfumes they put in each room, really transported you somewhere else. Almost like those Oculus or virtual reality sort of setups. I mean, the way that you can use art to sort of transform a space is really magical. For example, as we walked through that really cool lighting room, there was also this film projected here of citrus groves, and you could smell citrus perfume in the entire room. And if you turn around, there's actually a very large orange painting. So when you have this video of a citrus grove and this warm yellow-orange color and the citrus perfume, you can truly feel like you're traveling. Even if you're just in an art exhibition space, just a room, literally a room, you feel like you're traveling, which is the whole concept of this exhibit, of course. And here was another room with some other interesting artists, and what I really liked about this hand was how delicate it was, truly like a beads. And next I also went to see the Drouot auction house for the first time. It's an iconic Parisian auction house dealing in antiquities, vintage fashion, art, all sorts of things really. It's truly Alibaba's cavern. When you walk in through the entrance, you have several different catalogs of the different auctions going on. Different auction houses will put up different events, and you can look through the catalogs to see for anything you want to bid, and if there's something interesting you want to see in person, you can go to the exhibition rooms in Drouot to see the items in person. And I've been living in Paris for maybe almost 5 years now, and it's my first time here, and I'm very surprised that it took me this long. Actually, this entire area in the right bank of Paris, somewhere near the center, there's a whole area of stamp collecting stores, antiquity dealers, and all of these very niche collector's item or antiquity dealers and places where you can sell at auction or buy. And Drouot is really in the very heart of this area. and the building is quite massive. You have several different auction rooms, I think up to 20 or more, if I remember correctly. So you see it's a salle de vente, and all of these items are exhibited for you to look at and examine up close. This is the first room I visited, and there were lots of antiquities, and it really feels a bit like the Musée Jacques-André or Czerniewski. And this was one of my favorite items. It was actually purchased by the Musée Cognac, I think. And it's a little miniature, the miniature mobile of a Chinese pagoda. It's so cute. And there are lots of religious artifacts and beautiful wooden engravings. You know, the type of old antiquities and handiwork and craftsmanship that is sort of disappearing, or you can't really find in production these days as easily. And I really love this little picture of Death and the Maiden, as well as all of these gilded candlesticks and accessories, candle holders. I love candles. It's truly an obsession of mine. And here there were these beautiful shadow puppets, or ombre chinoise. And this actually inspired me also for my art contest project with the hand-drawn animation, including several components that are cut out and animated on top of a background. And here there were these beautiful porcelains, and all of these plates and cups truly reminded me of let's see, the play A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen that I cited as part of my thesis project, or mémoire de 5e année. And here there are these miniature boxes with portraits painted on top. And it was very cute because some of them, look at this one, it was in a heart shape. That's adorable. And here there was this handsome bronze sculpture of someone that looks like one of my high school crushes, because I definitely had a lot. And this painting is just hilarious. You can see some things don't change over time, literally. And of course, instruments are always really popular, even if that banjo is truly really beat up. Well, actually, it's probably not a banjo, like, don't cancel me. Anyways, here there were so many different drawings all on display. You really have everything just shoved into a room. It's really different, I'd say, from a museum, but gives you sort of the same feel. Medals are actually another popular item among collectors and antiquities dealers. And you can find anything from tableware to art to flatware and random giant enormous vases. And here I was walking down to the basement level because they have even more auction rooms there, and I saw this enormous artwork in the form of a huge book. It was around like 300,000 euros, and then you think to yourself, artists, they truly just do things that typical people wouldn't endeavor, like making a giant book, which is kind of incredible. And this is a photo from Paris Match. It's a popular tabloid magazine, you could say. It's kind of like, what could I compare it to? Maybe People? Yeah, Paris Match is kind of like a People magazine for French speakers. And here I usually go to my local bubble tea shop a lot. I'm very bad at hydrating myself. And going here always relaxes me a lot. I mean, it's a very calm, quiet, nice, neat little place, and I always get the same thing. So a lychee green tea with jellies or tapioca. And here I actually stopped by here after I picked up this rare French edition of Junji Ito's Lovesick Dead, aka Le Mort Amoureux. And I recently started collecting horror manga like Kazuo Umezu and Junji Ito, and it's really a shame because Junji Ito is pretty out of print Like from the Edition Tonkam in 2012 was the last time some of them were printed, including this one. And now online there are people selling them for like hundreds of euros, which is kind of ridiculous, but I found this one at a decent price. And here it was a weekend morning and I came to Starbucks, which I usually never do because I don't really like the quality of the coffee compared to what you have here, but I had to come for the Halloween drink. Yeah, and I was reading this Kazu Umezu Baptism manga. And these are the beautiful colors that I saw in Chinatown in the 13e. I went to eat pho with my boyfriend, and I was really sick still, so soup is always good. But yeah, you had to wait a lot in line. But I remember from my days living in Singapore, when my parents were working there during the summer, that we had this, like Asians have this sort of mentality that if you go somewhere with a long line, it must be good. So yeah, that was true. And here I had this Halloween party, my first Halloween party in France that I hosted for my friends, and I made a lot of interesting dishes, you could say, and it was just so much fun. I had a Halloween party with two of my friends, Laura and Anna. Go check out their Instagram in the description. They're really lovely artists. And I made a Halloween themed dinner, so I have this ceramic human bone shaped artwork that I used as a charcuterie platter. And here I was working, because you know, after the holidays, back to work. I was working on the animation, which I'll show you in a later video, of course. But it's a hand-drawn animation for this art contest at my school. For the lawyer office called Guide in the 8th district, they asked for video art, and I made a series of hand-drawn animations, including a sunrise and a sunset. So here I'm adding the stars. And you know, being an artist, sometimes you're quite shut in, especially if you do like bande dessinée. It's a really reclusive lifestyle. So sometimes I force myself to go out to make videos for you guys, for example. So here I went to the Jardin de Tuileries, and I was planning to actually enter the Museum of Natural History, which is here on the left in this red building, but they were completely full and not taking any more visitors, so I had to take a walk in the park, literally. But it was nice, so I'm not complaining too much. Here you can see a lot of the autumn leaves on some of these special ornamental trees already, and it's a very quaint, lovely little park with these cute signs. And I think walking, you know, is definitely very underrated, because a lot of great writers and artists, for example, they would spend a lot of time walking around in parks, and that's the time where they would reflect and process and think a lot about whatever they learned or consumed about a certain topic, you know? And I think you should try like clearing. It's almost like meditation, I'd say, in a way, except your head isn't empty, you're thinking a lot, and it's helpful for your artwork and creative process. In the Jardin des Plantes, you can also find these massive tropical greenhouses, and it's a quite lovely place to enter and see different exhibitions. And here are also some interesting old buildings near the periphery of the park. And I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't go into the greenhouse or the museum because they were full, but you know, it's my fault for not thinking in advance. And of course there's this cute sign, do not walk on the grass. Yes. So the Jardin des Plantes is in the 5th district, and it's one of my favorite districts actually, especially when you go near the 6th area, between the 5th and 6th. There are lots of quaint shops and cool buildings, and it's not as haughty as maybe the 6th or 7th. And here, of course, in the 6th district, it's La Grande Épicerie de Paris, so one of the bougiest places, and I got some Mozart balls. If you don't know what those are, it's a pretty good dessert with like marzipan, pistachio, and chocolate. And these are chocolat bonnet, and I got some chocolate bars to mail to my friends. Yeah. And here I went off to the town hall of the 13th district for an art contest they had. I was dropping off some artworks that were chosen for an exhibition. I'll make a video for that pretty soon, so stay tuned. The town hall is quite beautiful, and this is the area on the left where the artworks for the Young Talents exhibition will be displayed. And the 13th district actually has a really large Chinese population, or Chinatown. And here is also the exhibition space for the Cercle des Gobelins. It's one of the oldest artistic circles in Paris, and they organize exhibitions and contests for young talents in the Parisian area. So this is the main stairwell leading down to the entrance of the town hall, or the mairie, and they had lots of lovely art. The terracotta warrior copy as a gesture for the Asian community is pretty cool. So here I went to the Jardin de Tuileries. It's the exit or entrance near Place de la Concorde, and in the Jardin you have museums like Le Jeu de Paume. And I went here for a meeting actually with a representative from my school and a representative from Kircher, which is the company renovating the obelisk of Paris, this amazing monument. So I'll show you a video of that soon. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. You can find me on Instagram under La Princesse des Beaux-Arts, where I post photos, a visual diary, and artwork. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.